Okay, so this is the Aliseniors Step Stool with handle. It's got non-skipping pads on the bottom. It's heavy duty, 2 steps, medical use, all sorts of different uses. We'll get into practical uses. This is the unboxing. It is for adults, seniors, could be used for little kids or those that have disabilities, but it holds up to 350 pounds. So this is just the unboxing, everything that comes with it. And then we'll go into practical uses and how to put it all together. And so okay, so you've got your probably first step here. High grade material, steel. There is going to be some assembly. You can see that the non-skip pads are here. So there's this part right here. I'm trying to give you all the angles. There are 2 poles that will come up to the top, which will end up being the handle, I would assume. So there's 2 of those. Instruction manuals that show you how to put it all together. This is going to be most likely the top of our handle. And one thing I've already noticed is it's got adjustable spots here so you can change the height of the handle. All of your nuts, bolts, and screws, and it looks like they are all, from everything I can see, you can just twist them with your hand. You don't need any sort of tools. We'll find out in a couple minutes. Here's your other step. It's like potentially the first step. Again, you have all the non-skip pieces. So we've got our higher step, our lower step. We're going to put this all together. Obviously, our lower step, 2 poles that go up to the handle itself, an instruction manual which shows you how to put it all together, all of your tools to put this all together. And let me just go through this really quick. There is support on the website. It's got email information, warnings, precautions that you would need to know. Super nice instructions, very, very close up, visible, not like another company from Europe that makes things that are really hard to put together. And everything is there. All in one piece. You've got your checkoff list to make sure that you've got everything in the box. That's one thing I always want to do, to make sure I check. So we are going to pause now and we will put this all together, follow the instructions. And what I will probably do is fast forward so it'll go super speed for the putting it together, and then I will kind of talk through it after the fact. So I like to make sure that I have all the small parts again to make sure that everything is here. Step 2. Step 3. So this is the part that's adjustable. So you got an inch, 3 inches, 3 inches, and these just go right inside of here. Okay, so that's finished. I weigh almost 200 pounds, so 190 pounds. And just go for that. Okay, so now some practical use situations. Sorry, let me get down here. So some practical use situations. So I'm 5'9", 190 pounds. This is obviously in a kitchen, and the non-slip part, right, you can already tell it is not slipping, and it's kind of got this cushion on it down on the bottom when I step on it. So one of the things that I figured out when we put it together, right, is that you want to have all of the nuts on the inside, and don't tighten everything until you've got all the screws in, and then you can kind of tighten everything down. So again, in the kitchen, you get up here with the handle, you'll notice it has a little bit of give on that cushion, right? Sturdy here, you can lift it with one hand, move it. Obviously, if you're, this is for somebody else, that might not work. So I'm gonna take it up to the bedroom, and what this might look like other places. Again, you can see that I could get up about a foot higher than I would normally. We'll look at maybe a bathtub or a shower or something like that with this. So this would be in a bed situation. This bed isn't extremely high. It's almost 3 feet off the ground. But if you're going to be using this in a bedroom, you would want to stack this right up against the bed, up and in. And they could sit down or put their feet on the lower step and use this to get up and then get down. So I'll show you next a higher bed and what that might look like for a bed that's a little bit higher. So this is a king size bed that's on a platform that's a little bit higher. The last one we showed you was 36 inches or 24 inches. This one is almost 32 inches. The last one was 2 feet. This is almost 32 feet or 32 inches. And so what this looks like, I'm just gonna up and sit on it, is, again, you can see that my knees are straight, perpendicular, and if I wanted to step down, I could use this handle to step down that way. It could actually be really used anywhere that you would need a stool, again, in the kitchen to reach things, different things. And again, just to measure this so you understand what we're looking at here. So this is 16 inches on step 1, 16 inches on step 2. Each step is about 9 inches wide, so we're looking at a 20-inch here because you've got the space for this bar. The bar is going to be almost 3 feet tall. A little bit more, maybe 37 inches. And then your width is 16 at the max here, 16 at the max here. So 16 by 9 by 36, and then this is doubled, so it's 20 inches. And I would recommend, if you're going to be using this often, that you would want to tighten the screws. This does have a non-slip surface. If you wanted to go even more than that, you could actually grab some sandpaper or grit paper and put it here. That would work as well. Anyway, really sturdy project. I love the screws. These are square on the end, so they actually go into the pole, and then when you tighten them in, they kind of lock everything in place. And these are all on the inside, so you're not going to catch any clothes or anything like that when you're getting up or getting out of whatever it is you're using for. And then on the bottom, again, we showed you in the kitchen, you've got these non-slip bottom pieces that actually don't slip or even slide for that matter. So